Okay. Hello, it's Christopher again. Alright, last time we looked at some of the most fundamental and basic movements in straight sword, and today we'll still be covering some basics, but we'll be connecting a few of them together into smaller combos. Alright, right now we'll look at two small combos, and then we'll put them together into one slightly longer combo. Alright, first one we're going to learn looks like this. Flowers behind the back, and then turning, and this basic can be done indefinitely, right? It's a really good exercise to practice both your flower and coordinating your waist with your wrist, with your head, with your feet, right? Because all of these are extremely important in this motion, right? A lot of little things that could be done. Okay, so first, if we just look at our hand, alright, our right hand, we have inside-outside flower, then we pull it back, then we turn around, and then uppercut back, and open our sword. Alright, so just paying attention to the right hand, don't worry that I turned around. Alright, the flower comes back, make sure not to touch your waist. Alright, you keep it close to your body but without touching it so you do not cut yourself. Then when you turn, open up, again, careful of your shoulder, then bring it back down in front of your body, and it comes out here. So watch it from this side, comes up in front of our body, and then straight down. Alright, so the biggest thing for this motion is to keep it smooth. Alright. There is no point I consider a real stop. So even when I come here to the end, it's more like I hit the end of a spring, or I finish compressing a spring and then it bounces right back. Alright, so for this, just try to stay loose. Second thing, you want to be keeping it very close to your body. Alright, just like with flowers we discussed in the first video, we don't want to be keeping it all the way out here. Alright, nice and close to our body, okay? And then when we add this back circle, alright, still staying very close to our body, come around, you'll see it comes right behind me, and when it comes right in front of me, it's still very close, and we open. Alright, so that's our right hand. Our left hand, alright, we keep our sword fingers, okay? And in the beginning for our flower, we'll just keep it here, okay, in preparation. We open, we can bring our left hand to our sword, and as our right hand opens outside, we'll let our left hand open up. Alright? In this way, our two hands are moving together and they're in harmony. Alright? So, just being sure that once we hit the end of our motion, that both of our hands hit the end at the same time, and as we begin the motion, they begin together again. Alright? Okay, so now that we have the hands and the feet, or both hands together, I'll discuss the feet. Alright? The feet are not too bad. Okay? We just keep them open in a very relaxed stance. After we bring it backwards, okay, we step together, bring our sword out, and as we bring our sword in front of us to open, we can go ahead and open our right foot into the stance we started. Alright? So again, my feet come here, sword comes in front of me, and then my feet are together. As my two hands open, my right leg will open with them. Alright? I like to keep my weight over my left foot, having my right foot out. Alright? We hit our flower, turning into our right foot, sword comes back, and then we'll turn back, moving our right leg in together, while our sword comes in front of us, and then we'll open our left leg as our two hands open, in order to come back to our starting position facing the other direction. Alright, we'll look at it again. My weight is towards my left foot, I turn my body to do my flower, my weight is towards my right foot, turn back in preparation to open the sword. Okay, then my right foot comes in as I open the sword in front of us, and as I open the sword out, my left foot will come out. Alright, So now I'll explain the waist, and after I've explained the waist, I'll spend a little bit of time discussing how as we turn our waist, you'll feel it pulling our feet, and it's very easy to get these steps that I've just shown you. Alright, so from our starting position again, as I turn back, okay, to do my flower, now you see my chest facing towards this right corner, right? And my weight is over my right leg, right? And doing that gives me the power I need to finish the flower. I don't even need to use too much power with my forearm in order to increase speed. I could add more power here, but a bulk of the power is here in my waist. So now I'm facing here. Now I want to be turning backwards, right? So I'll turn back. As I turn my waist, my weight will naturally shift to my left foot. As I keep turning, my right leg has no weight. It's free to move. So it'll come hit to the feet together very naturally. Now I'm going to continue my turn even more. And because I just moved my right leg, a lot of my weight shifted to my right leg. Now my left leg is free to come out as I open back to our starting position. And my waist, or excuse me, my chest, a little bit out to my front left corner. Right? When I do it again, as I turn my waist to the right, now my chest is facing towards that right corner. My weight naturally shifts to my right leg, and my sword can come back. As I turn it back, my weight shifts back to my left leg, letting my right leg move in. And now that I've placed my right foot, my weight is naturally there, leaving my left foot free to open out with my hands. Right? So if we think about our waist shifting our weight and pulling our legs, then you'll find that it's very simple after a little bit of trial and error to achieve the footwork. Right? And as we let our waist coordinate our feet, okay, we also remember that our waist is giving power to our hand. See, as I turn from left to right, you'll find the sword wants to come up by itself. And that's just how our body works. If I'm twisted like this, my arm wants to untwist by itself. And the untwisting of the arm is also the untwisting of the sword. And if I twist back, now my sword is behind me, not touching, still close to me. And as I keep turning, okay, it's like my waist will let my arm come out, and of course it just wants to unturn. I let the unturning, the uncoiling, keep going, okay? And now it's here in front of me, and something that's high just wants to drop, right? So I just let it drop, guiding it outside. I'm not adding any power to complete this motion. That's just the most natural motion this sword from this position will do. It just wants to fall and go out. Right? So if you manage to practice this motion and let your waist coordinate with your hands and your feet, then you should feel it become increasingly simpler to perform this motion. And as you get comfortable moving left and right, you can begin to add power at the first time you turn your waist. Okay, my exertion of power, my usage of power, was only here. The rest of it was carrying through. I'll add one more use of power as I turn back, this waist turn, and I can get all the way here and here, right? So realistically, you only need to use your power twice, and not even a large amount of it. 1, 2, open. Right? You may find some practitioners like to open a third time at the very end, which is completely okay to do. Right? Just depends on how you're interpreting the movement and your form. All right? But before you get there, I recommend you do it slowly, keeping your sword close to you, focusing on your waist. okay, and making sure your hands are moving together. Coordination is something that all of us want to aspire to and continue to improve. Right? We can kind of measure our own coordination and how well we're doing by looking at the ends of our movements. Right? In this case, this tuck, extend, I'm looking to finish the movement at the same time. When right hand extends, left arm pulls in. Okay. My right and my left hand, and we'll also look at the foot later, all of those will end at the same time. So going back to this motion though, right? We took the right hand and the left hand and opened it out, right? Now I'll talk a little bit about the feet, right? So here, just looking at the shape of our footwork, the skeleton. We'll start with our weight over our left foot, our right foot pointed out as we started the last combo. As we turn in, weight comes over to our right foot. And then as we turn back, because we're not turning back all the way, our weight is more centered, but you see here it's more over my left foot. As I pull open though, I'll use this upward motion, okay? I'll follow it with my entire body, coming back onto my right foot, pulling my left foot into the middle, or together to the right foot. And because I'm still moving backwards, it's a simple matter to step my back foot back, my right foot back, in order to keep my balance. Alright? So as I come here from my starting position, I turn my body into flowers. I'm over here on my right foot. As I turn back and bring my sword up, okay, I can sink back into my right foot, pulling my left foot in. My weight is centered, but because in the full motion, I'm moving backwards, okay, you want to catch your balance, so you open your legs out. Alright? So, from here, we have together, up, back. Alright? If you do this combination slowly, and in the interim you're always finding the balance points, right? You might find, oh, it's easy to do the complete opposite, where you open your left foot instead of the right foot, right? But once you bring the movement up to speed, or practiced in a flowing manner, you'll find that the more natural movements, right, are the ones I've detailed here, where we come together and right foot out. Okay? So now how do we kind of coordinate this? All with our whole body. Alright? From our right side, again, we'll turn in the flower, and our weight comes over our right leg. Now as it comes back, okay, turning our body, okay, bringing our sword up, you'll see our feet come together. This left foot comes together, my right foot comes in, my left foot comes out, into this nice open posture. Now, as I stick my right foot out, you'll see I hit this stance and my right hand extension, my left hand contraction, all at the same time. 1, 2, and I've moved and ended all these 3 parts of my body all together. Right? And as I've been demonstrating it, I've been ending in kind of this half bow stance, this high stance. Right? If you decide to practice this, okay, I would recommend ending in the full bow stance. Right? But this is something you can seek to develop later, after you become comfortable with moving your sword and your body. Alright? So another variation, or a way to explore this motion, besides coming into this full stance, is, if you'd like, you can try, instead of feet together, a lot of practitioners interpret this combination with a step back. Okay? They might keep low, they might keep high, stepping out. Right? And that just allows you a little bit more flexibility and speed. Right? Further, it also eliminates this hold. So some people choose to focus on the speed of this combo. And they do that by passing through that middle motion that I've been stopping at, which, depending on how you would like to interpret your form or what you're looking for in your set, that's a choice that you can make. But all of the coordination points, when we open, close, no matter if we do this feet together, this step back, walking through, or stopping, right? All of them remain consistent. So after you've practiced this basic version, do feel free to explore and then see or try out different interpretations and see what you find out.